Greetings friends, today we're taking a look at two smaller games from my Steam backlog. First up is Deja Vu 2, an extremely old school point and click text adventure game. Not LucasArts old school like Day of the Tentacle, I'm talking way before that. This is a port of the 1988 Mac version that includes an option to play the game in black and white or color graphics. The story is set in the 1940s with the protagonist being Detective Ace Harding. Ace wakes up in a hotel room and remembers he owes a lot of money to the local mob boss, Tony Malone. It's not clear to me if Ace actually owes the money or if he's somehow being framed for the money. A mob henchman shows up to remind Ace about the money several times, an indication that this game has a time limit. Ace isn't leaving town until he pays the money back or until he proves his innocence. Deja Vu 2 is difficult with lots of lateral thinking required and the ever-present time limit. Waking in his hotel room, Ace had to take his clothes from the bathroom door and put them on. Checking the clothes reveals a pack of cigs and a wallet stuffed with money and other items. Moving into the next room, the mob boss for the first time reminds you of your debt that you owe, and he also leaves behind a cigar ring that can be picked up. Ace is going to need some serious funds for this adventure, which is good because downstairs from the hotel is a casino. Ace goes downstairs and trades in the cash in his wallet for some casino chips. There are several blackjack dealers around, but one of them is an old friend of Ace. Luckily, Ace has a newspaper clipping in his wallet that highlights the two of them solving a case together. I guess otherwise your friend just forgot about you. Showing your friend the newspaper means that he will let you win at blackjack a certain number of times. It took me multiple attempts and way too much time trying to figure out how to play blackjack using the game interface. Putting chips on the table would sometimes start a game, and typing in the text to say hit or stay was semi-intuitive, but trying to play blackjack itself was just a chore. Sometimes the game thought I was trying to take cards mid-game, which it definitely did not like, and other times it would keep betting when all I was trying to do was cash out. Eventually, the pit boss said Ace was taking too long and switched dealers. Heading outside, Ace is once again confronted with the mob thug who tells him his days are numbered. The next location Ace visits is the train station. Checking the schedule, there was a train headed for Chicago at gate 6. Navigating to the train gate, there was no train there, but I decided that, hey, I'll go ahead and see what's on the other side of the train station, and as I moved across the tracks, Ace was hit and killed by an oncoming train. There was no real warning that I couldn't cross there. Death and frustration are just all part of the life of a detective. Being an Ace detective was just a little too much frustration for me, so I decided to move on to another game. Next up is Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils. Sounds a lot like a Quentin Tarantino movie. This is a small-scale Metroidvania game that was originally released in 2006. A cross between Metroid exploration and Castlevania weapon styles, the twist to this game is that Chelsea has the ability to stop time. There's some bizarre backstory about a power plant explosion that causes Bunny to be cursed with cat ears. A divine messenger leads Bunny to a place where the curse can be removed, but then the holy messenger is killed and Bunny is stuck fighting her way out. The beginning area has Bunny's first ability she can find, which is the ability to walk backwards. Exploring to the east, Bunny eventually runs into two separate paths. One leads to a jump that requires a dash ability. At first I thought this was some move that Bunny could do by double tapping, but after trial and error and admittedly looking up a fact, I realized I needed an item to make this jump. Heading down the other path, there were two blocked areas that were blocked by statues and a boss fight area. The boss, a large chested devil with a silly sounding name, revealed the biggest issue with this game. The controls are very stiff and unforgiving. Where this is especially noticeable is changing directions and then trying to fire your weapon. Eventually, I was able to compensate, but I wouldn't blame anybody for jumping ship at that point. The boss rewarded me a pair of boots that enabled double jumping, so I worked my way back up to the previous area where the large gap was. This game includes a nice mini-map that shows block locations, and even includes color coding to match how the area is blocked. There were 3 different weapons I found in my time with this game. All of them came from hitting candles a la Castlevania. The standard weapon is a fast shooting dagger. There is a ball and chain weapon that is unnecessarily cumbersome, and a boomerang that seemed an awful lot like the default weapon, to be honest. The default weapon was the most reliable pick for the boss battles. There were a few collectible items on the stage that I couldn't reach, and checking online, it looks like there are collectibles all over the place if that's the kind of thing you're into. This is the kind of game I'd recommend if you have a few hours and you want to play and completely finish a game in that time. I might come back to it one rainy day, but for now, I'm content with the time I spent with it.